blockchain and crypto trader and community, welcome to this weekly Teroxx market performance update, and this is what we're going to talk about today. First of all, we will take a look on the market capitalization as well as to talk about the market performance of the top 10 tokens and coins. We will head over to a short analysis of BTC, Ethereum, and having a winner and loser of this week, and we'll talk about Gem, or a good project I would recommend you to be aware of. And last but not least, we will talk about Teroxx updates. And now let's see it over. If we're taking a look at the total market capitalization of the cryptocurrency market, we can see that we started this week with around 200 billion USD, and right now we're hanging around 202 billion USD. So basically we went up between 1 and 2% in this whole week without any huge dips or spikes. So this was quite a neutral week. And we're taking a look on the USD performance of the top 10, we can easily see as well that Bitcoin went up a little, Ripple went up a little, but both not went up 1%, as well as Binance Coin, and all the others like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS lost 1-2%, Litecoin lost nearly 5%, Bitcoin SV 8.3% and Cardano 3.5%. So all in all, what we can see over here, we went sideways or a little downwards. All in all, of course, this week or this neutral sideways week is always good to evaluate new positions due to a correction to the top can happen anytime. So here it's quite important, if you not can book profit, that you are aware of the market and that you are maybe evaluating good entry points. Now let's talk about the winner and the loser end of this week and how you may saw Bitcoin and Ripple are the winners due to they had a nice upwards movement after the correction and not only went neutral or sideways, and the losers are Litecoin and Cardano due to these two lost 5 and 3.5% easily, while all the other market going sideways. So here we can see that these are the losers, while the winners are just winners because they just went up a little. Let us now take a look on Bitcoin in the 1 hour chart of this last week. We started this week, or we started December with a decline. So basically the price went up to 7.8, and then we just had a downwards movement down to nearly $7,200 as well. Later on we went down to $7,100, and then we had one spike with immediately drop down, and now having a slightly upwards movement the last days. What we can see in this is quite the following: that the market, when we're dipping, is always reacting to the top side. So it seems like that people don't want to see Bitcoin very low or going low. So as long as we're holding above 7k, this market seems to be healthy and can prepare for a spike to the top anytime. All in all, what we can easily see is that 7,600 is a local resistance and 7,400 is a local support. Another support we can see is 7,200 and later on around 7,000. So as long as we are holding this, we are quite good in Bitcoin. As well, what we can see is that the MA50 line is above the MA100 line, and this is above the MA200 line. So all in all, this indicates that we're having a quite nicely upwards movement, and the MA50 line is above the other ones. So all in all, the last 50 days were not that bad on Bitcoin. All in all, of course, we need new volume due to the volume is very low to evaluate new bounties to 8k. And when we're talking about levels of 8 or 9k again, we can easily see that once we're breaking them down, the prices drops a lot. So all in all, it seems like that these prices are not healthy for Bitcoin yet. What we easily can see is we peaked around here, 7,800. So this is a resistance. Once it can be broken, we can go up a lot. All in all, Bitcoin seems to be bullish as long as we're gaining new volume and holding about 7,500. We can easily see a run to 7.6, and once we break this, 8k can be seen. Having tight stop losses, you can evaluate as well new entry points around the local supports I just mentioned to evaluate good entry points. Let us take a look on Ethereum as well. We started this December in Ethereum with a dip, and after this dip, it's quite interesting. We went sideways and downwards, having a spike like in Bitcoin with an immediately breakdown again, and yeah, then we're going sideways with a small uptrend. So as well over here we can see that Ethereum reacted nearly the same like Bitcoin. All in all, over the week we're going neutral. We don't have a lot of movement. This one spike and immediate breakdown is showing that the market is high volatile if new money or if new volume is coming, due to it's immediately reacting. But of course we could not help this level due to there was a sell-off again and we went down. What we can see in Ethereum is that the MA200 line was very strong, and we're just now broken by the MA50 and the MA100 lines. So now the MA50 is above the MA100 and this is above the MA200 line. So as well over here the last 50 days seems to be quite good for Ethereum, but it seems to be a little more bearish than BTC. And what we would expect is that if Bitcoin is going up strongly, Ethereum will easily follow. But Ethereum seems to be a little weaker than Bitcoin. So all in all as well, we can imagine that Ethereum can dip a little more than Bitcoin if the market is weak. Local supports are around 146 and around 144, as well as around 143. So as long as we are in the range between 150 and 143, we seems to be very good in Ethereum. Once we're gaining new volume and the market seems to going up, the next resistant line would be around 152, followed by 155 areas. And once we are breaking this, we can easily going up to 160 or 170 levels. But all in all, if you can take a look on this chart, we're nearly going sideways in Ethereum for 3 weeks now. So even here we can see that we need new news, new volume, or a new mass adoption news to push the prices. All in all, how I said, low volume in Ethereum, not quite a swing uptrend we can see over here. If you evaluate entry points, just take your local support as an entry point with a tight stop loss to be always secured. Now let us talk about the project I would recommend you, and this is Teroxx. And Teroxx is now on rank 11 in the total market capitalization. So this gained a lot of market cap in the last days and the last weeks, and we're having a market cap of more than 1 billion USD in Teroxx. And Teroxx is developed by ex-Morgan Stanley analyst Arthur Brightman, and Teroxx is a multi-purpose platform that supports dApps and smart contracts. It aims to combine a self-correction protocol and on-chain governance to manage network modifications. Teroxx is powered by XTZ, which is created through baking. So all in all, this is something that went strong the last month. This is something you can take a look on and be aware of, due to Teroxx can be very big in the future. Last but not least, let us talk about Teroxx and how you may know we released our own app in the Google Play Store and in the Apple App Store. Just download the app, feel free. It's a all-in-one cryptocurrency solution app for your smartphone. And if you like these videos, I would be happy if you could share, comment, or give a thumb up, and we will hear us next time when it comes to weekly market performance update provided by Teroxx.